back, guys, to the Bad Influence Racing channel for the 2020 build series sponsored by webtables.com. This week we've got some parts to show. We're going to take a little bit different stab at things, and we're going to show you a couple of things of how while we're working on it, instead of, hey, this is what we did. But first thing, we want to show off some product. We got a piece in over here. It's over here. You can't quite see it yet. That is a pretty trick item that I want to show off and show you guys exactly what our plans are for that. Al is currently sitting out there. He's laying down some fiberglass on that rear bumper that we've been working on. That project has become a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be, so he's refiberglassing stuff on there. We'll show you some of that, and then I'm going to be working on the turbo manifolds. We've got the flanges back and everything there. Actually, not back. The guys that we were able to, get flanges. So, so we've got all that there. I'm going to show you exactly how we're doing the turbo manifolds, all of that, and as we're going along with it. But first things first, new product, pretty cool. Take a look. All right, guys, what we want to show you right here, new carburetor. Yes, we are doing a single turbo Hemi with a blow-through carb. Pretty cool. I think it's cool. I like carburetors. I like EFI too, but carburetors are neat. What we have here, let's flip around like this. There we go. This here is the new APD, that is carburetor blow-through system that they have that can support over 3,000 horsepower. They've reworked metering blocks and everything inside here to be able to deliver more fuel, so you do not have to have a like a fuel plate, or some guys are putting a nitrous plate or nitrous nozzles or anything like that in there, and that's more of like a mechanical injection. If you're gonna have your blow-through carb, let the carb do the work. Now this is their elite blow-through billet enforcer carburetor. I have to remember all that. It's a long name, but it has 4 needle and seats on there for your inlets. All billet bowls, obviously the big blow-through hat, and we'll pull that off of there and show that off. Set this on the ground. So inside, obviously a huge, I believe, I have to double check it, it's about a 1400 something CFM carburetor. Could be a little bit bigger. Obviously mechanical secondaries on there. 1, 2, 3, 4 needle and seats on there, big bowls on it. It's a really cool deal. Drop a comment below, let me know, should we powder coat this black, maybe green? Should we powder coat it, and what color should we powder coat it? Checking in real quick with Al. Like I said, he's doing some fiberglass stuff right now on this bumper. This bumper became a much bigger project than we had originally anticipated, but we want the car to look good, so he's redoing it. Go. You want to walk us through kind of what you're doing?
Well, I'm building a lip underneath there so we can attach the bottom and finish off the bottom of this bumper. So you got to take and prep the bumper first, and then you have to put down a layer of resin. Then you put down the fiberglass matting on top there, squeeze all the air bubbles out and get all the resin into all the blow pockets. Let it set up, repeat, until you get the desired thickness of fiberglass that you want, and then you can go ahead and sand down and do the finish work after that. But right now we're just in the process of kind of molding it out as to where we want it.
Okay, cool. So this is the first layer you're laying down?
First layer.
Okay. How many layers do you think it's going to take on here?
3.
About 3 layers?
About 3 layers.
Is that about average for like a bumper, or is that going to be a fairly lightweight, or is that something that...
Actually, that's about... See, when they make the bumpers, they make it out of chopped fiberglass, and they just spray it in instead of laying matting on. So they can spray it in and keep a consistent thickness on it by spraying chopped fiberglass in there. When we have to lay matting on there, I just have to assume this is going to be strong enough, build it so it's strong enough in case somebody comes over and tries playing with it or whatever. 3 should be absolutely enough. 1 to bond it to the outside, and then 3 layers underneath to build up the fiberglass.
All right. Hey, we're back. So now we're going to start working on the hot side of the turbo system. I wanted to show you guys what we're doing. I said in a previous video we were planning on doing a turbo big block Chevrolet. This was at the kind of the end of 2019, middle of 2019, after we had some wrecks, things like that. We had another big block here, so we said, hey, let's do a turbo deal like that, and then we started buying stuff, and then the Hemi came about. So we already had turbo big block Chevrolet headers. Obviously, they're not going to fit onto a Hemi. Different flanges, everything like that. But the cool thing is, for math nerds out there, a big block Chevrolet is a 4,840 bore space. A Hemi is a 4,800 bore space. So you have about 40 thou wiggle room there. So if we take and cut these flanges off, we can wiggle these and get that extra 40 thou on there. Plus we have to fill everything in. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to have to do, and then you can kind of follow along. So on here, obviously, those aren't going to fit. But what we can do is we can mount this, we can cut these, and then fill in from the flange to here, which is going to save us a whole bunch of time building everything around and the collector on here. So we'll have some short tubes that are going to be changed on the front here on these to go to the Hemi flanges to make it work with this. And like I said, we only have 40 thou. If we had to weld it directly on there, we could wiggle it, but then since we're going to be putting tubes on there, we can kind of angle stuff on there, make it work, save us some time, and we can still use these pieces. I already started cutting it off, as you can see right there. This one's also cut, and we cut here. I started cutting it off, I went, wait a minute, I told you guys I was going to show you this stuff, so I came back here. I'm going to keep working on this, and we'll check back once we get a little bit more momentum going on this. Well guys, we're throwing in the towel. The turbo manifolds, the big block Chev Hemi deal, they're just not going to work. We've cut them apart. They're not fitting. They don't fit the chassis where we want them, so we're going to start from scratch and we're building our own. So stay tuned for the next episode where we start building our own headers. Tink!